Ooh, that's hot. Hey, it's Autumn Blossom and welcome back to the channel. Today is Thursday, the 9th of July, so 9 days into Camp NaNoWriMo, and I've been back at work now for 5 days. The funny thing is that I didn't realise how draining it would be. I've done practically nothing for 3 months. So going back to work, I am shattered, in all honesty. The place hasn't been particularly busy, it's just having to deal with so many other people that I'm just very drained. So I've been putting off making the video for the week because of that fact. In regards to Camp NaNoWriMo, it's going great. I'm on 6,000 words, so I'm ahead of schedule. I haven't kept to the write every other day goal at all. I didn't realise how work would affect me and my writing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to writing and I'm enjoying doing it, but when it comes to it, I think it was more the fact that I'm making a video about it that kind of made me not want to do it, because of the fact that I was so, like I said, so emotionally drained, that having to then pretend to be, like almost pretend to be chirpy and happy, though to be fair I'm not very peppy anyway, having to put on that persona, I feel it was the reason that I didn't want to write, because I felt like I would have to record it and talk about it. So I've probably not got as far as I would have liked to be, even though I am already ahead. Like I said, the whole reason for NaNoWriMo was just to get me back into writing, and that is already happening, but I'm just having to get over some stress of being back at work first. Basically, I'm having to find a new schedule, and yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to, I think. I'm just complaining, you know, first world problems. I do realise that I am just moaning, and there are people out there who have lost their jobs, and there are people out there who haven't got jobs and do not have the privileges that I do. I understand that completely, but that doesn't disregard the fact that I emotionally feel these things either. So on the Friday, I tweeted that I needed to do research, so that's what I spent the evening doing instead of writing. And I kind of argued that that was fine because it was to do with the whole writing process, but we all know that I just didn't want to write. I'd been to a meeting at work and I was stressed out about the fact that I had my shift the next day, so I really just didn't want to do anything with it. I did research, promise, but not for as long as I should have. I was at work on the Sunday day, and so I came back and I'd had an 8-hour shift. I was tired, my body hurt, so I didn't record anything as far as I'm aware. If I did, you're probably looking at it now. But I basically sat down and wrote. I didn't speak to the camera. My goal was to actually make a vlog there and then, but obviously, like I said, I've not wanted to talk to you. I did like 2,328 words that day. Then the next day was my day off. So yeah, my first day off, I went shopping with my boyfriend to get some work clothes and some new pyjamas, some that I'm wearing now. Went to see the family, came back, and that's where I decided to do some writing. I wrote another 1,389 words. And it's all been going pretty well. That got me to just under a 6,000 word mark, and it felt good. I'd managed to finish 3 chapters, and I liked where everything was going, but it actually was, I was also running out of things that I'd already planned for NaNoWriMo already. Knew that I was already ahead of schedule, and I am definitely a procrastinator, and I am definitely someone who will leave it to the last week and finish it all, unless I physically force myself to do it or someone else forces me to do it. So yesterday I only wrote 265 words. Now it's great, I'm on a 3-day streak, and I'm going to write today, so it'll be a 4-day streak, and it's quite good that I have this website to keep track of it, because it's another way of keeping me accountable. The goals for today, I am going to write. I haven't got a word limit, a word goal, other than I need to get over 600 words, which will be very easily done because I'm halfway through a chapter, and plan out a few other chapters. I think I probably won't talk a whole lot more after this, and if I do, it's just a rant. Let's get to it. So I haven't got dressed yet. I will, but I haven't yet. One problem I've been having with writing, minus the whole first world problem rant, is that I've decided to write this novel in multiple people's points of views, and they're dotting between places, and I really don't like it. Not because I don't like the idea, I do like the whole jumping around to show what's happening to other people at the same time. I really do like that idea, but it's kind of, I'm having the kinds of same feelings I have when I actually read those novels, whereas I just want to read that one person's experience. It's kind of like in, oh, which one is it? Well, Queen of Shadows, I think it is, Sarah J Maas's book. I think it's Queen of Shadows. But she writes it from Cal's point of view, Dorian's point of view, and Selena's point of view, and and Manon as well. And you just want to know what's going on with this specific character, and you just keep flipping through, and you hate when you turn that page and it says Dorian or something, and you're like, I don't want to know about this, you've just left this bit on a cliffhanger. And I'm getting that kind of feeling where I'm writing about this person's feelings and like events that are happening with this one character, and then having to then go to the next chapter and it being about a completely different character in a completely different place, and having to also build that up. And I think that because I don't want to do that, my other character's stories is lacking and being affected by that, so I don't particularly know how to work around it. If any of you know how to do it, because I did have this idea of writing that one person's story out completely and then like both of them separately and then mix and match them, but I feel like you would struggle with flow of the book doing it that way. It would become like a patchwork quilt, not something that would make sense in a sense. I don't know, if any of you have any tips on how to do it, please let me know, because right now all I want to do is write about Ray, and I have a character called Cal who is completely separate from her. Like, they know each other and whatever, but like they've gone separate ways, and I'm writing his point of view, and I'm struggling. Anyway, rant over. Let's get back to it. I'm definitely going to get changed. I'll be changed in the next one. I promise. So I have written just under 1,000 words now. It is 3:15, so I'm going to stop writing because I don't want to get too far into anything when I've got work in a few hours. I've got to make tea and get ready. What I'm going to do, because I sat down for a while with Adam and talked about the characters and my plans for the story, so I'm going to basically spend the rest of the day kind of mind mapping that and sorting that out. Yeah, I said that I had a book that I planned for the first story. I haven't really done that for the second story, and obviously so much has changed and things with that story and with the characters that I need to make an updated version of it. My printer's broken, so I can't really do that, so what I'm going to do is probably make a book and hand write it instead. I mean, I've got the photos on Pinterest, so I don't really need to print off those photos again. So that's what I'm going to do, basically, until I need to get ready to go to work. And probably I'll continue that for a couple days, just making sure that's all up to date, because if we look at NaNoWriMo, I'm on a word count of 7,169 when I'm meant to be on a word count of 5,805. So I'm quite ahead of where I'm meant to be. So I managed to get most of the base level stuff down about the characters and story ideas, and I've managed to organise my thoughts that a little bit more, which is good, but there is obviously, like I said before, there's so much more that I need to do, and obviously I only had like 2-3 hours to actually sit down and actually start this, and tomorrow is a day off, so I'm going to focus on sorting that out instead of writing, and I'm hoping that it will give me a bit more inspiration and I can kind of have a better idea of where I'm going with it. I don't know, it's weird because I didn't really want to talk to a camera and just dedicate a day to it. I felt very downtrodden and tired, but actually the more I spoke to the camera, the more I kind of felt better about it, so thank you for that. I'm sorry that I started off the video with a massive rant. I do think that I'm probably going to have this issue for a couple more weeks, just until I get used to going back to work and finding a balance between the two, but who knows. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, leave a like and a comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media handles. They are linked down below also. Why don't you go and check out some of my other writing vlogs, just so that you can catch up on what I'm actually doing. I will leave a link to a few of them down below as well. Yeah. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.